other day, I was so unbelievably bored and just started doom scrolling through Reddit, where I eventually saw this post of some guy asking the world, what is the best vehicle in GTA Online? Which obviously got a bunch of replies of people saying the Oppressor Mark II, Deluxo, or cars you've probably never even heard of, but these dudes went to war claiming they're the best. So I guess before I just start making fun of their responses, I'll try to hear them out. I'm gonna scroll through all these comments, see what people are saying, and then test them out for myself. With my only one singular goal throughout all of this being to find what is actually the best car in GTA Online. Which is probably going to be pretty awesome. Vehicle number 1 was the Bati 801RR, where for only $15,000, the bike is completely yours. See, bro, now this is sick. I actually think this looks really, really good, especially for $15,000. I'm also pretty confident it's like concerningly fast. I mean, I know it's not the fastest bike in all of GTA, but again, for 15K, yeah, okay, see, this is why nobody should let me drive a motorcycle. Now, the Bati 801RR actually has a top speed of 123 miles per hour, which, yeah, is pretty stupidly fast, but it also has its own blip on the map and some decent upgrades. All right, I don't know exactly what they can do, but he's the best mechanic in LS, so surely he can cook up something. The only thing that I really know is that there should be, okay, yeah, so there's a couple liveries we have to pick from, which I guess aren't necessarily like the craziest liveries you've ever seen, but I would say the Sprunk one's pretty cool. And then obviously your basic like turbo, transmission, you know, all the bullshit upgrades that everything can do. But yeah, I mean, the stats definitely are not bad for this bike, again, especially for $15,000. I mean, look at some of the other stuff in GTA, bro. I'll pop something up along with the price. I don't know what I popped up, but I know it was absurd. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Yeah, I mean, just all around, this is a pretty good bike. It's not super good at stunts, which is what I'm currently trying to do. Like, hit a little, hold on, hit a little backy. Nope, not at all. Okay. Yeah, Jesus Christ. So yeah, pretty good bike overall. Like I said, no really complaints. And so far, it's the best vehicle in the game that we've reviewed. But dude, we still have so many more vehicles to go over. And I actually think this next comment of the Penumbra FF has a decent chance of taking the lead. Yes, the Penumbra FF. I actually do kind of like this car. Based on what? A Mitsubishi Eclipse in real life, I believe. Now, the car itself, at least... Oh, do not drive off a cliff. Yeah, at least in my opinion, this car itself isn't anything too special. It's obviously dope, but the real magic comes in once we start upgrading this thing, because without upgrades, this is a $1.3 million car with an 88 mile per hour top speed. Low-key pretty ass. But once brought to Los Santos Customs, there's a bunch of dope liveries to pick from. You can upgrade your seats. It has like slightly less options than a Benny's car, basically. So yeah, I mean, build the car however you want it, but I think there's some cool ways to build this. And I honestly, I'm sorry, Bati 801, but I think the Penumbra is much cooler. But all right, for this next one, I really need y'all to just hear me out a little bit, because I heard out Reddit and the 166 replies or whatever it had. Because I kid you not, there was literally an entire army of people claiming that the Scramjet is the best car in all of GTA 5, which I find so incredibly hard to believe. Every time I even touch this thing, I end up in some body of water. I don't care if it's like a hot tub. And I know for a fact that's not some super unique problem just to me. It's like a meme that you cannot touch this car without ending up on the phone with Morse Mutual. I mean, it's fun. I'll give it that. I can just, you know, boost away from all my problems. Like, the idea of it is... Oh, it's so hard to control. But yeah, I mean, the idea of it's definitely super cool. Clean landing. But yeah, I mean, it is a problem, first of all, that's so hard to control. Obviously, you could spam the comments with skill issue. But okay, I don't sit on GTA. I do sit on GTA like all day. But, you know, I think just in general, it's not like a super easy vehicle to control. And I think I might be heading for that body of water. Oh my God, we just missed it. Oh, wow. I swear to you, 99% of the time, I would end up in that water. The Scramjet is also just not a cheap vehicle. It costs $4 million to buy, but most of the comments' way to justify this is just how much fun it is. Ready for this? Jump, aim up, boost, and we hit the wall ride. We kind of hit a wall ride. Now we're plummeting towards Earth, but I mean, I can't lie. It's a fun vehicle to mess around with, but it also causes me like depression with the amount of times that I blow it up, end in water, which we talked about, land somewhere I had no intention of landing at, landing upside down. That shit's also annoying. Yeah, I mean, dope vehicle. I'm not gonna hate on it. I think it's definitely fair to say it's the best vehicle we've reviewed so far. But dude, as I kept just scrolling through these comments, I was getting more and more stunned of what people were claiming. Like this dude who said the MOC is undoubtedly the best vehicle in GTA. Nah, all right, bro. I'll cut you a little. No, I'm not going to cut you any slack. I get it that this is like basically indestructible. Wait, why did that just blow up? Okay, disregard that. I know for the most part that the MOC can take like, what, 30 homing missiles before blowing up, except for mine. So like, yeah, it's good to move around the map, I guess. But dude, when it comes to the like actual best vehicle in GTA, we got to take looks into account, speed into account. Yes, I agree that we have to take the armor and explosive resistance into account, but that doesn't make it the best vehicle. I don't care if it takes 5 million homing missiles. To be honest with you, it's the worst vehicle on this list so far. Maybe slightly better than the Bati 801 actually. But then next up, I saw some dude who got 125 upvotes claiming the Faggio is the best stunt vehicle in GTA, which I mean, all right, to be fair, he hit a pretty solid clip with it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, I don't hate the Faggio mod. I actually think for what is the cost, like 12K, it's not a bad vehicle, but let's be so for real, in any category you run, in no world is it the best. Ooh, okay, all right, this is someone I actually respect, that they're not just trolling. They said that their recommendations for the best land vehicle is the armored Karuma. I'm just gonna ignore the rest because the armored Karuma is genuinely one of my favorite cars in GTA. I think it's the first car that I ever bought back when I was like 13, ripping some GTA Online. But dude, even with inflation and the prices of current cars just going absolutely ballistic in GTA, the armored Karuma has always been, I think, like 500K, which at least to me is super crazy because by absolutely no means is this a bad vehicle. Now, the armor on it's not the best we've ever seen, but I can still, you know, shoot out. It's at least decently hard for others to shoot in. The only problem is I know the armor on the side is fake. Like, there's a dude in there, just trust me. And you would assume if I shot the window, the dude croaks, right? But you would assume if I shoot the metal, he's a vibing. Well, it's unfortunately not really the case at all. Now, to be fair, that's how pretty much every armored vehicle is. The front's real, though. Like, if I shot this, he'd be chilling. Now, along with all of that, this car has super solid handling, pretty great ways to upgrade it, and it's at least arguably the most ideal heist vehicle in GTA. So, oh my god, would I say it's the best car on this list so far? Oh my god, this is tough. Price-wise, great. Everything it does. Yeah, no, it's the best car we've seen so far, no doubt. But you gotta remember, we're trying to find the best all-around vehicle in GTA, so there's a chance that the Sparrow has a shot of taking that spot. Now, I've never been super huge into helicopters. Usually, if I'm flying something, I'm whipping a plane around. So I don't know too much about the Sparrow. I don't also know why it's glitching. Why is the one blade just sitting there? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe this costs like 1.8 mil roughly. And like I said, dude, I just really don't fly helicopters that much. I know the Sparrow's popular because it's quick. It's got like, you know, some nice mobility to it. It can like, you know, has the agility. It can move around, dodge and weave. But yeah, other than that, I know there's a couple other versions of this, like the Sea Sparrow, which can obviously like land on water. And then there's this shit that kind of just flies around. I don't know, dude. I just don't love it. I don't really care for like this helicopter that much. Now, before all of you helicopter no life start absolutely cooking me, yes, I realize there's some other pros, like being able to spawn in essentially right next to you. I know it's got homing missiles, but dude, I messed around with this for a while and I had to rank it pretty low. I'm sorry. And now, on a slightly happier note, depending on however you look at things, I guess, it's time to review the Deluxo, which is a car that I could not escape in the comments. For some reason, half of the GTA community seems to think this is the best vehicle in the entire game, which I mean, you know, I can't sit here and hate on that take. The vehicle's pretty close to perfect. It's a little expensive, but it's obviously super good. Its main feature being that it can fly, obviously. I'm sure everybody knows that. I'm honestly pretty sure everyone knows everything about this car. It's got missiles, obviously. It's super good for just getting around the map quickly. Again, obviously. I feel like the only thing that people might not know about this car is over the years, we've seen so many just really weird glitches with it. And a lot of them you've probably seen before. Like, there's a super cool stance glitch you can do. At one point, Deluxos were like concerningly easy to duplicate, and I don't know, there's a bunch more. Dude, is that it? Did I touch on everything with the Deluxo? Because now that I think about it, it feels like the most basic car ever. I mean, I know it's not clearly. It can fly. We already talked about all the bullshit it can do. I'm not going to get into that again. I'm sorry. Y'all are going to hate me. It's not as good as the Karuma, but it is better than the Scramjet. That's strictly for price, okay? If the Deluxo was $500,000, then it would be above the Karuma. So yeah, don't get mad at me. But next up, we have the Sultan RS, which I know. Y'all are looking at it and you're like, what the hell is this? And I would agree. Well, actually, I wouldn't. I think it looks, you know, it looks fine, whatever. whatever. But first of all, this whip is $12,000. I think, maybe, I really hope that's right, and it has arguably more upgrades than any other car in all of GTA. Like, I'm not even kidding, bro. There's genuinely, like, probably, if you run the math, millions of different ways to customize this thing. I would run the math for you, but I failed math. I would give you the wrong number anyway. There's no point. Instead, I'll just head to Benny's and show y'all what I mean, if I could make it there safely, which actually I somehow ended up doing. But just to prove to you how many customizations this car really has, I'll throw up like the 40 different versions I made. I mean, dude, this is just so sick. Obviously, yeah, when you start throwing all of this customizations on, it's a lot more than 12K. So that's something you unfortunately got to take into account. But dude, it looks so beautiful. As far as speed, you know, it's not the fastest car you're ever gonna find. You know, it doesn't have the most power. It can't push big trucks out of the way, but it looks clean. If I had an entire garage just filled with these, all customized differently, I'd be pretty happy. So as far as the rank, dude, I don't know, man. I don't even remember all the cars we've went over so far, which, you know, it does not make this any easier. I don't think it's fair to say this is the best car in GTA, arguably the best looking. It's probably not even the best looking, but it looks super, super cool. Oh my god, dude. Like I said, I don't even remember all the cars we've went over so far, so editor, just throw it somewhere in the middle. And after this, I honestly probably spent the next like hour looking at more comments and just reviewing a bunch more cars. Okay, I mean, come on. I didn't even know you could get ejected from a car. Honestly, just because of that, I absolutely despise this F1 car. Whoever said it's the best, it's so far from it. And bro, just more things like this kept preventing me from finding what is GTA's best vehicle until there was one thing that I just couldn't hide from anymore. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Oh, dude, I can't look. I can't look. I despise the Oppressor Mark II's existence. I don't think that's really a hot take. I think it's part of the reason GTA is just not as popular as it once was. I don't even think. I know there's kids that just sit on this all day, go around griefing other people. It started the downfall of GTA. But, you know, as far as being a good vehicle, it fits, it checks about, it checks off just about every box. It can fly, obviously. It has a boost, making it just stupidly fast. It has homing missiles. It has everything. It literally has everything. I think it's good that it's super expensive. I honestly wouldn't even be mad at... Okay, I don't know why I just bugged out right there. But yeah, I literally would not be mad if GTA made the Oppressor Mark II like $100 million. I don't even think that's that crazy. I mean, it's so unbelievably overpowered, but dude, oh my god. As far as what is the best vehicle in GTA, dude, I don't want to, but I literally have to give it to the Oppressor Mark II. It's perfect. Oh, please subscribe. I'm gonna go pray that GTA 6, you know, fixes their game.